Hey, what's good everybody? It's cjbeatz. We're back at it again today. Today we're going to make a Southside 808 Mafia type beat in Logic Pro X. What I wanted to go over first is you want to make sure that if you're going to download the project file, I'll put a link in the description for that. I'll also put in the drum kit and the MIDI kit for this entire project. So if you're in a different DAW, whatever, you could just use those. But what I wanted to say was you want to make sure that you're on 10.3.1 if you're on Logic, and you know, this way you can make sure that this project file will open up for you. Secondly, you want to make sure that all of your sound library sounds are downloaded. So you go to sound library and download all available sounds. It's about 14 gigs, so heads up, you got to make some room on your computer or whatever. I got my sounds already selected for this. I don't have any anything created yet. This will be completely from scratch. I know you like that, guys. So let's start off with a melody. I'm using Alchemy for this, and Alchemy is a VST that or audio unit that comes with Logic. So a whole bunch of sounds in it. Using this clockwork ballerina. Sounds like that, and we're gonna start creating a melody with this here. So I basically drew in a MIDI region. The way I did that was by selecting my pencil tool first, hitting command on the keyboard, and then you know, making an area like this. Double click, or you could also use the scissor tool to open up your piano roll for that track. And I'm using the scale of D harmonic minor. Okay, you don't need to know music theory or whatever to create some trap melodies here. You could just use the brush tool, and let's brush in some notes here that will aid us in making this beat. Alright, I like that. Command A to select them all, and then Command C, Command V to paste them over. So we have a 4-bar loop section here. You can you know, loop off sections like this up here. Just click and drag like that. I like working in 4-bar increments. You can work in 8, 16, whatever you want. But you know, if you want to change things up a lot, 4-bar increments is a pretty good idea. Cool. Now I got these spacey echo bells. I'm gonna create some other counter melody here. Like that. Paste it over. Oops. Command C, Command V to paste. Changing it up a little bit here. I got this pad right here that I'm going to create an undertone melody for, or with. It's called Clouds of Suns. This is all Alchemy. Alright. Let's change this up to a half note. Alright, so I'm going to copy these over now, like that, and let's go ahead and create a snare for this. Double click, and starts on C1, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to place a, I don't need my scale to quantize, so you could drag it up if it doesn't show, and then drag it back down. And I'm going to bring in that snare every half bar, like so. Command A, bring all those volumes up. If you don't see the volumes, you just hit this and then they'll appear. Okay, I'm going to drop a limiter on this here. You could find it under dynamics, limiter, like that. Okay, just so that it doesn't doesn't go over the 0 dB threshold. That undertone melody is really not feeling that. Let's change that up a little bit, maybe. You know, you can always go back and make things better. It's always a good idea. All right. I just realized I was not in the scale of D. I'm going to change that up. Alright, that's much better. Alright, now paste it over to the first section again. Alright, let's work on that that kick drum. Starts on C1, I think. Let's change this to 1/8 note. Scale quantize off. Creating this kick pattern as I'm hearing it in my head. Have it drop into a 1/16 note. Alright, cool. Let's work on that second snare. Bring up that volume a little bit, like a flam snare. Now, maybe have it drop right before the actual snare hits. Oops. See, I'm not overpowering that first snare, so I'm bringing the volume down of that one. Yeah, I like that. So loop that like this. Maybe drop an EQ on that and see what's going on here. Let's take all that low end off, some of that high end too. Accentuate that 3K range maybe. Alright, hi-hat. Let's go drop it down to 1/8 note. Going to copy and paste it over like this. Now we want to build in some of these triplets and stuff, so I'm going to take away the first one, and you'll hear this in like you know, these Southside type beats. Like he'll put in like different variations in the hi-hats. Maybe 1/16 note. No, let's do 132. All right, and then maybe 1/16. Because it's not a triplet. We want a triplet, 1/16 triplet. Here we go. There, it fits now. change it maybe to 1/8 triplet now. Take this one out, this one, and this one out, and then we're gonna do 1/64 notes, like hi-hat stabs at the end here. Work on a second hi-hat, and this one I'm going to pitch up and down and stuff like that, make it sound interesting. Let's do 1/16 triplet. I'm going to alternate the volumes. And let's do 132 triplet. Have it go up from down to up, down to up, up to down. Back down to up like that. And let's do like 32 triplet again. Maybe a different way now, like this. The tutorial too long, so let's cut that, and then we're gonna just loop it. 1/16 triplet. Oops, not that one. 1/16 triplet, and then something like that, maybe. Alternate the volume again. Alright, sounds good. So for this open hat, I'm going to use it sort of like a ride, and just have it come in like every, let's do 1/8, 1/4 note. What we'll do here for that last one is use the other open hi-hat and have it come in like this. Longer. We'll just loop that too. So it's just repeating. Alright, we got a shaker now that we can work with. See here, I think I'm going to have it do 1/8 note. Not not too much, you know. You just want to, if you're using a lot of elements, use them sparingly. Say that a lot. I want that lower though. It's not coming into the right pocket. Next, let's work on that chant, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with this chant here. It's been used a lot, but it just fits for this beat. Cool. So now what we could do maybe here is work on that 808. That's right, I forgot about the 808. So I'm just going to draw on a region like that. I'm going to double click my kick area, Command A, Command C, and then bring it over to there. Now it probably will be too low, and this is in D, so it's Alt Shift up, and that will bring you into a different octave. Alright, now what I want to do with this, turn this. Now what I want to do with this 808 is I'm going to change it so that it plays the entire samples through. So you want to have one shot enabled. You want to create a new group, drag that sample into that group like so, go to groups, set your polyphony to 1. And that will basically allow the sample to play through and then get cut off as soon as you hit another key on the keyboard or another MIDI note gets triggered. All right, now it's in you know, it's in key, and it's in the same you know, rhythm as the kick drum. But maybe we want to change it up a little bit, so we'll add some slides and shit like that to it and bring some distortion in it. Let's use some distortion first, so I'm going to use distortion 2 like that. It's set to nasty, and then we're going to use the pre-gain and bring it all the way up. Bring your volume down though to compensate for that. I'm going to drag that first MIDI note out like this, and I'm going to place a second MIDI note. Let me make sure that this is still scaled right. Okay, scale quantize is on. Alright, now that we have that MIDI note in there, let's bring our EXS24 sampler back up. You want to you know, make sure you're in legato, and then use this to like change the glide and how long or how short it will glide for. And if you have like a main note and then like an accent note up top, it'll slide to that note and slide back down, just like that. Maybe we want that slide a little shorter, and we can have these slide. I want those kicks and that snare to hit a little harder though. So I'm going to bring in a compressor. You can find it under dynamics like that, and then I use the Type U tight kit on the kick like that. Have that snare hit a little harder too. You'll find like your recently used plugins right here. So it's a nice feature that Logic brought in. Cool. As you guys noticed, I took that main melody out. Maybe we'll just use that for the hook. So I'm selecting all of these and copying and pasting them over like that. All right. Let's just listen to the whole thing. Maybe what we could do is stagger it a little bit. So I'm going to bring it in like this, and then have just that main melody play, and then bring in the other melodies, and then it'll drop into the verse. See what that sounds like. Yeah. Cool. So that's 8 bars. Let me double check. Yeah, that's 8 bars. So we want that coming in again, and then we can go into the hook, and then maybe for the hook we'll use that same melody again. But I'm going to duplicate my instance of Alchemy. So you just hit Command D on the keyboard on the track you got selected, and it will duplicate it. And then I'll bring that down like this. Let's loop it. And now what we can do is find a different sound. Let's see. I'm just randomly selecting stuff. Noticed a mistake here. I had that come in too early, or too early. So bring that right to the 17th bar here. It's not lining up. Zoom in a lot, and you can line them up like that. The snap to grid should be in there. You could do by bar, not by bar. Let's try by beat. See how that works. Okay, I think I like where we're at right now, so I'm gonna stop it right here. As always, if you guys have questions about what I just made, you know, put those in the comments section. If you have ideas for new tutorials, be sure to drop those into the comments section also. And a new thing that I got going on is you could book one-on-one sessions with me now if you want to, you know, go into depth on one of your beats, or if you want just general knowledge, help with creating beats, etc., etc. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things you could check out. I partnered up with a production school called Pyramide. They're based out in San Francisco, and shout out to Chris Gear. He gave me a platform where I could you know, do these one-on-one sessions now. So I'm going to put a link in the description for that too, so you can check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Definitely enjoyed making it. My name's CJ, and I'm out for now. Peace.